Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to online support program for English, class 10. This is your English subject teacher, Miss Asma Gul. The topic for today's lecture is articles and its types, and we're going to know about the uses of the articles as well. Okay, by the end of this tutorial you will be able to recall articles and identify the correct use of articles. You will be able to use articles correctly in sentences. Resources which are required are it is your textbook, and it's exercise chapter number 1. Articles. Well, come towards the definition of the articles. We probably and hopefully you all know about that. Articles are words which define a noun as specific or unspecific. It can make a noun specific or it can make it unspecific. We'll discuss it in detail later. Articles are actually adjectives since they modify the nouns after them. Okay, they are always used before a noun. Articles determine the standard of nouns, so we can call them determiners. Okay, mostly it is called as determinists as well. A, an, and the are the 3 articles. Now come towards the types of articles. It is basically, articles are basically divided into 2 main types, which are definite and indefinite. Definite is the or the. Indefinite is a and an. Definite articles. We are going to start it from definite articles. Well, it is used before a noun to make it specific. Like definite articles, as the name indicates, it makes a noun specific. The makes the noun something particular and definite actually. For example, here, give me the ball. Here the speaker is telling someone to give him or her a particular ball about which the listener and the speaker both are aware of. Now, come towards the pronunciation of the. We pronounce it in 2 ways, the or the, but there is a rule on how to pronounce the before a consonant and vowel sounds. Now here it has something to do with all the sounds. Normally when we use it as the, it is before the consonant sounds. For example, the table, the house, the university. Now here, if you see, it is a vowel. U is a vowel, but its sound is a consonant sound, Y-O-U, university. Then we will we will use the here, not the. Okay, for example, now how the as the before vowels. For example, the apple, the ice cream, the umbrella, the hour. Now here, if you see, H is not a vowel, but we pronounce it, but here its sound is a vowel sound, so we are going to use the before hour. Now, emphatic the. When we want to put some emphasis on a particular word, we want to emphasize some particular word, then we use the there. For example, I met the president of Pakistan. We will not say I met the president of Pakistan. Now here actually we are emphasizing president, so we are making it particular, and we are actually talking about the president, so we will say I met the president of Pakistan. That was about the definite articles. Now come towards the indefinite articles. They are used to modify non-specific or non-particular nouns. A, an, they are both the indefinite articles. A and an, they make the noun something general and indefinite. Okay, it's not about a specific thing. For example, give me a ball. Now, a ball here, here the speaker is telling someone to give him or her a random ball about which the listener is not particularly aware of. Okay, now come towards the rules, or you can say the uses of uh, articles, or the rules of using articles. Now here, definite article or indefinite article, each of the articles has different uses in different situations. Now come towards rules for indefinite articles. Number one, a common noun. A common noun in the singular number always requires an article before it. Now you know very well about the common noun, as in the previous video I have told you about the common noun, proper noun. Now common noun is something that is, for example, it is a random noun. So table, chairs, these are all the common nouns. So it will always require an article before when it is singular in number. But a plural common noun does not require an article always. A plural common noun can have the article the if we want to particularize that noun. For example, I saw a snake. Now it refers to a random snake. I saw snakes in a zoo. No article is required here because we are talking about the plural common noun. So here we do not need any article. I have seen the snake again. Now here it refers to the snake which I have already seen earlier. I have seen the snakes again before leaving the zoo. Now here we are referring to the particular snakes of the zoo which we saw earlier as well. Now rule number 2, the choice between the two indefinite articles a and an is determined by sound, not by the first letter of the word. You will determine it by sound. Okay, for example, words beginning with the consonant sounds precede a, and words beginning with vowel sounds, you all know about it. It is just for the recall of your previous concepts. Okay, so there are some special cases as well. For instance, a university. Now here we are going to focus on the sound, not on the vowel, on the first letter of the word. Here it is a vowel, but we are going to call it a university, a union, a useful book, etc. Now a $1 note. Now here if you see, O is a vowel, but we are going as it the word sound begins with a consonant sound, so we are going to call it a $1 note, a one-man army, etc. Now come towards the next one, an MA. Now here if you see, M is a consonant, but here its sound is MA, like a vowel sound is there. So we will use an MA, a BA, an LLB, a BSc, etc. Now rule number 3, a or an sometimes make a proper noun a common noun. Now we do not need to use it with a proper noun, but sometimes it is used to make a proper noun, to change a proper noun into a common noun. For example, and proper nouns generally do not take any articles, but when a proper noun needs to be used as a common noun, you must bring a or an for it. For example, he thinks he's a Shakespeare. Now here if you see, Shakespeare is a proper noun, but it does not refer to the actual person but someone like him. Okay, now come towards the next one. He seems to be an Australian. Now here Australia is a proper noun, but Australian is a common noun. because there is only one Australia and there are a million of um, but a million of Australians. Okay, so those were the three different rules. Now they come towards the rule number four. Sometimes indefinite articles are used to refer to the number one, each, per, etc. For example, I earned $1,000 in that job. Now here we are referring to the number. For now, $1,000 means $1,000. I have a car. I have a car. It refers to one car. It goes 50 miles an hour. It means per hour, or you can say in 1 hour. Rule number, so it is also used for defining the number as well. Okay, now come towards rule number five. Indefinite articles often precede descriptive adjectives. Okay, and it can make it a adjective phrase as well. For example, he's a good boy. Now, a good boy, it is making a good. This is an adjective phrase. What a nice car. Now we are using it as an to precede a descriptive adjective as well. Okay, beta. Now come towards the rule number the last with I guess this, yes, rule number six of the indefinite articles. Sometimes comes before determiners. For example, a few, a little, a lot of, a most, etc. But in the case of many, a or an comes after. Many is a word in which you have to use after after the word many. Come towards example, it will be elaborated more nicely to you. I have a few friends coming over. There is a little milk in the jar. Now here we are using a before the determiners, or you can say before the determiners with the nouns. And there is a little milk in the jar. Here again we have used it before the determiners. And many a fan. Now here we will say many a fan welcome the actor. With many we have to use it after a many. We cannot use it like a many. Many a fan, many a crowd, many, something like that. Now come towards the definite articles. How we use definite articles. That is rule number one. Definite articles, as we have discussed, it is the or the. The is used to indicate a particular person or thing or things in the case of common nouns. Now here we are not bound for a singular or a plural nouns, or we can use it with singular and plural both. Okay, so and here too, proper nouns generally do not take an article. For example, the man is running. Now we are talking about a particular man here. And as I saw the boy stealing. Now uh, here too we are referring to a boy which is known to us actually. Where is the pen? Where is the pen I gave you last year? Now we are talking here about a pen which is which we have given to someone earlier. Now I gave him a ball, but he lost the ball. Now here it shows you a ball became the ball in the second clause, because that ball was not a random ball anymore in this clause. Okay. Rule number two. Sometimes the is used to generalize a group, whole class. For example, the, the dog is a faithful animal. Now here we are referring to the whole species of dog. Okay, the English are industrious. Now here we are referring to the English people actually. We are having to the people of England as a nation. We are referring to a nation here. For the honest, the English people, the English are industrious, the honest are respected. Now whenever keep this thing in mind, that whenever we use the with adjectives, it becomes a plural noun. Now it is here we used are with the honest. The honest are respected. Now here as well we have used the, okay, with the specific category, or you can say. Okay, now come towards rule. Come towards rule number 3. It is also used to particularize an uncountable noun. Um, the for we use the for particularizing an uncountable noun. For example, now here water can be any water, but here, for example, the water of the Arctic Ocean. Now, the water of the Arctic Ocean is freezing. Now we are referring to the water of Arctic Ocean actually. So we are going to use the here. Please return the money I lent you last year. Now, money is not something specific, but we are talking about a specific money which we gave to someone before. Okay, now come towards rule number 4. The is mandatory before a thing which is only one of a kind in the universe. For example, the moon is shining, the earth is moving around the sun is rising in the east. Now, here, if you see, these are the specific things which are one of its kind. You cannot find anyone else. Now, come towards rule number 5. Now, here we are going to use to know about the use of the with the geographical nouns. Generally they depend on the size and plurality of the things those nouns refer to. Actually, the is generally used everywhere except some cases, so it's better to know those exceptions first. Okay, for example, the must not precede names of the continents. For example, we do not say the Asia, we say Asia, Europe, Africa, South Africa. We do not use any the before the names of the continents. Now come down the names of countries. We do not need any the here as well. The Pakistan we will not say. We will say we will say only Pakistan. Names of states, cities, or towns. For example, Lahore, Nowshera. We do not use any the before that. Now, names of singular lakes and bays. For example, Lake Kinjur, Rawal Lake, Hawke's Bay, Shark Bay, etc. Names of single mountains. For example, Mount Everest. We do not need to use the here as well. Names of single islands. Easter Island, Bird Island, etc. Names of languages. Spanish, Russian, English, etc. If we precede the before these nouns, what will happen? They will actually refer to the population, to the people of that language. Okay, for example, if we say the English, now the English are actually, we are referring to the people, we are not referring to the language there. If when we are referring to the language, we will not use any the. Names of sports. Now, cricket, football, basketball, these are the, with these sports as well, we do not use any the. Now, names of discipline, or you can say subject of studies. For example, biology, history, computer science, mathematics. We do not need any the here as well. Now, here is another exception. The is a widely used article in English except for the list mentioned previously and proper nouns. Okay, the is used before almost all the nouns which means something definite, or you can say particular. The previous list has some opposite factors as well, which we are going to discuss here. Those factors are explained in the following list. The must precede names of oceans, gulfs, seas, and rivers. For example, now as we studied earlier, that it must not precede the names of the continents, but it should precede the names of the oceans, gulfs, seas, etc. For example, the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Coral Sea, the Timor Sea, the Persian Gulf, the Nile, etc. Names of countries with United States or island, the full states or islands. You can say, then we will say the USA, the UK, the UAE, the Philippines, etc. Then names of Great Lakes, for example, the Great Lakes, the African Great Lakes, etc. Names of mountain ranges, the Himalayas, the Alps, the Andes, etc. Names of a group of islands, the West Indies, the Andamans, etc. So was all about it. Now, I hope it would have been helpful to you. This topic has been very helpful to me as well when I was taught about it. So I hope and I think like you will also find it very interesting, and you will also gain some knowledge from it. Now, the task here assigned to you was is that choose whether each sentence needs an indefinite article or a definite article or no article. Okay, I hope you understood. Thank you very much for watching my video. And if you have any queries or any questions or any ambiguities, you can contact me. um, I would really love to be of any help to all of you. Thank you very much. Take care and Allah Hafiz.